Hello. How you doing? Come on, come alive, come alive. Okay. I'm about to recite a poem, but it is also a story. It is a story about human flaws and a river. It is a love story, one of her very last. They met across the river. It was there he stood on one end, and right opposite to him, there she was. I remember very well. I was there. It was a spring day just like today. At the heart of town, by the river, an urban gem in a concrete jungle, amidst the heavy footsteps and the stumbling souls carrying their way to the everyday hassles and the brouhaha, going nowhere. Down by the river, opposite the Jones barber shop, there they stood, eyes locked, hearts entwined. Against all odds, they found each other. Down by the river, unfurling like a shimmering ribbon, sunlight danced upon the surface, scattering golden beams in its wakes, while shadows played hide and seek. Overhanging branches, dragonflies hovered and zoomed their wings to catch the light and the steam. Down by the river, across the Jones barber shop, there they stood, eyes locked, hearts entwined. Against all odds, they found each other. I remember very well. I was there, dancing to their heartbeats. But you know, my mama used to tell me, child, when things are looking good, be careful. Because life has a way of sneaking up on ya. And just like that, the clouds came, and the sweet old tender roared, and the goblin showed its face, and the demon was awake. And the winds that once blew her kinky hair started its chaotic dance, and the current once a gentle caress for her soul, now a merciless master, capsized on her heart. The river had turned against them. Trees uprooted from their stances, they were raw, they were untamed, they were wild, they were savage. Down by the river, opposite the Joneses' barber shop, there they stood, but their legs started to wobble to the mud of the bends of the river. Eyes locked, but their eyes started to water by the winds. Hearts entwined, but the more their heart beats, the more their spirits crashed. Against all odds, they found each other. Then the fog came. Then he was gone. Just like that. Gone like the webs of smoke. That elusive son of a gun has started his games again. Is it supposed to be a new trend on TikTok or what? Is it supposed to be romantic? Heck. She pulled her telescope, her microscope, every scope you can imagine. She squinted at her eyes, each attempt to pierce the mist as shapes blurred and shadows shifted to the opaque shroud. He was gone. How damn. She opened her heart to him and he stumbled it. Aggravating her festering wounds, her soul failed to stand as she gave in to the storm. There were flashes of fire, every flame from hell. Down by the river, opposite the Jones barber shop, there was nowhere to stand. There were no eyes to see. The heart that so burned to love now dead. Against all odds, they found each other. Nobody told her that love can be this brutal. I could see her body shiver to the tambourines, every step a defeat to her faith and love as the river drowned her tears. Mayday, mayday, the girl was in crisis. Oh, my Father in heaven, word that I show your mighty face. Pull this man from the depths of hell, strengthen the bones that seem to wither, let the fog lift. And just like that, like the Moses parting the Red Sea for the slaves, the fog lifted. Down by the river, opposite the Jones barber shop, there they stood, eyes locked, hearts entwined. Against all odds, they found each other. She felt a surge of courage coursing through her veins. She stepped forward. Her feet found a way across the river's edge. She was not going to make the same mistake twice. Heck, this man was not going to disappear again. She was going to cross the river. I'm pretty sure she was shaking in her boot. But she was no great Gatsby to watch her lover fade away. So she took a step, each step closer and closer to him. She was winning. Down by the river, opposite the Jones barber shop. There they stood, eyes locked, hearts entwined. Against all odds, they found each other. He smiled as she approached, his eyes sparkling like diamonds. She floated over the currents like the Queen of Sheba. She reached her hands to reach him with grace and elegance. Together they stood at the edge of the river, carrying with them the whispers of their songs as he whispered, "Baby, it's time." Down by the river, opposite the Jones barber shop, there they stood, eyes locked, hearts entwined. Against all odds, they found each other. She felt the warmth of his touch enveloping her, like the embrace of a gentle current, together hand in hand as they traced the contours of their bodies, and their lips met in silence of longing. It tasted like cherries on a Sunday afternoon pie. The river, the current, the fog, the goblin faded away. They all faded away. Down by the river, opposite the Jones barber shop, there they stood, eyes locked, hearts entwined. Against all odds, they found each other. But this is the truth. I wish all of this happened, but it didn't. See, I forgot to tell you, I'm a pretty good liar. She did stand by the river though. Give me that. It was opposite the Jones barber shop. She did look across the river. Her eyes did lock with someone, but it wasn't him. It was me. Our hearts did not entwine, but I felt for her. I wish this was her story. I wish I could cross the river. I wish I could tell her that she was enough. Broken, but enough. And that she didn't need him to complete her. I wish I could tell her that, but I didn't. I walked away. Just like everybody else, I joined the heavy footsteps and the stumbling souls hurrying their way to the everyday hustles and the brouhahas to nowhere. Down by the river, opposite the Jones barber shop, nothing happened. It was pretty much a very normal spring day. Thank you.